Right, this is the third report on the big project at the Dunster Memorialhall. Hi there, Martin Harborne here again, Chairman of the Trustees of the Memorialhall. This is the third report on a cold, chilly January morning, 28th of January 2018. I last spoke to you in June 2017 and outlined all the plans for the final phase. I said then that we put in an application to the Rural Development Agency for England for funding, and the good news was that just before Christmas we heard that we had received funding. The project is a £58,000 project. The Rural Development Agency are funding us with some £43,000 of that. The project is now underway. Richard Sherrin and Sons of Clarhampton have been given the contract for doing the building work, and Premier Lifts are putting in the platform lift. So we'll just go through the building now and I'll just show you how far we've got. We were actually, according to our schedule, roughly a month late because of one or two issues leading up to the granting of the application, but we are pulling that back. Richard Sherrin's guys are doing a tremendous job, so we look as though we could still be on schedule for having all the work finished by the middle of March. Right, let's go in and have a look. Right, nothing changes outside, but inside a great team of volunteers did a massive job. And first of all, we don't need to go upstairs because you can see that on the other videos. The only thing that's going on upstairs is that the new doorway onto the new floor will be going in there. Right, as you can see, there's cabinets all over the place. Half of the dolls are all stacked up in multitude of boxes in the old committee room. Every nook and cranny has been filled with boxed up dolls. The multi-usage toilet, that's jam-packed with dolls and cabinets. And finally into see how the build is going. Right, the lift, slight changes to the original plans due to, well, there's a number of reasons, but we brought the lift up to the entrance hall, so this will become the lift lobby. The lift can then be used by anybody in the building, irrespective of whether the museum is open or not. There'll be doors on the other side of this frame into the museum that we can lock, so the museum and the dolls can be locked. And then all of this space down here will be for the new museum. As you can see, they've had to put in big steel joists across and double layers of timber. And the first section of the roof has now been opened up, showing that marvellous roof construction up there. So the stage is completely chock-a-block with all the cabinets that fairly shortly we're going to have to move up there. Right, one little interesting thing is in that corner just there. I'll tell you about that again in a moment, but we just go upstairs now. Just stand on the lift. And onto the first floor. Nice little lobby here to enable wheelchairs or anything else. We've also got space for a few more display cabinets. And then the new space for the dolls is taking shape. The windows have all been blocked up and all been replastered. Or plastered, not replastered. Yeah, I was saying downstairs, down at that point there where the bags are, the floorboard, or the floor there, will be slid back, because that's just a sliding piece of chipboard. And underneath, Dunster School are going to place school's time capsules, which the children have made or built up in the school, and also the whole of the village has been invited to also provide little 6-7 inch square boxes with their own time capsules in, and we're going to bury those on February the 8th at 10 o'clock in the morning, 2018, with instructions on the floor plaque to be opened in 50 years' time. So a lot of the children who plant the capsules will hopefully still be around, and they can then open up the capsules in 2068. Right, this is the roof space. This becomes the storage area and sorting out area for the dolls, because ever since I've been involved there's always been a problem with doll storage. Well, hopefully this will go quite a way to alleviating that problem. The end of this triangle will be boxed in, plastered over, and then the rest of the roof space, these other two white areas, they'll all be taken down, and the whole of the Memorialhall will go back to the way that it was originally built in 1921. So there we are. The electrician has finished most of his work. He's put nice switchable sockets underneath all of the various places. There's a switchboard down there, so when any volunteers come in, they'll be able to just switch the lights on, and they'll all come on throughout the entire area, save having to go around individual places. Also, with the lobby here, as we'll call it, we'll have a nice smart chandelier hanging down there. The lift will come up just where the ladder is now, balustrade on both sides, and I'm hoping that we can then get a ladder, or a stairs rather, up on that area there, something like oh no, I can't redo it with this, going up like that, up into the storage area for the lofts. But the lobby has come on very well. We've managed to stop all the windows being blocked up, so we've got some ventilation. We've kept that window there, and we've got that window, albeit shortened with a new sill, and that lets plenty of light into this area, so the sun will come in. So when visitors come into the museum, they're not coming into a sort of a dark area, they'll be coming through a nice light lobby. So I think that'll be quite nice, and also they can open the windows and let some ventilation through. All right, that's pretty well it. Right, let's just get down the stairs, down where the lift is. Right. Okay, now the time scale that we set ourselves, as I said, we're clawing that back. So all being well, on the by the middle of March, we should be able to hand over the finished build, in which case that will be on time and on schedule, and within budget. We'll be able to hand it over to the museum organisational group, and they can then get cracking with their all their coloured pots of paint and their timelines and storyboards and everything else that they would like to do to set up the museum. I think once all that lot's done, it's going to look really, really good. We're hoping to have an official opening by a member of the Luttrell family on April the 21st, 2018. So I will report back to you again at the end of April, hopefully include a little bit of the ribbon cutting by the Luttrells, and that will be the end of the project.